Hello, I am Tuệ An. Welcome to Insightful Journey. Today we won't talk about empty theories. We will sit down here, side by side, to talk about a pain that every one of us, sooner or later, must experience. The pain of eternal separation. Have you ever wondered, why do people use the word lost to describe the passing of someone? Lost means gone, completely vanished. But the pain they leave behind still remains, standing like a mountain pressing down on your chest every night. There are days you wake up, look at the empty space beside you, and ask yourself, how can I continue living when half of my soul died with them? If you are shedding tears listening to these words, this video is for you. I am here to embrace you with these words. Let me tell you the story of Lien. Lien was a strong, successful woman whom everyone admired. But that was before that fateful day. The day her husband, her partner of 20 years, suddenly passed away after a stroke. In the first few days, Lien didn't cry. She busied herself with the funeral, receiving guests, thanking everyone. Everyone praised her composure. But when the house door closed, when the last guest left, the darkness truly swallowed her. Lien told me, Tuệ An, what I fear most is the late afternoon. As the sunlight fades, the house becomes so silent that I can hear my own breathing. I still keep the habit of cooking 2 bowls of rice. I unconsciously turn to ask, honey, where did you put this shirt? And then I freeze. The space in front of me is chillingly empty. Lien started to torment herself. She tormented herself over the words of love she hadn't said. She regretted their last argument. And scarier, she felt guilty when she herself smiled. Once, while watching a comedy show, she accidentally laughed, and immediately tears streamed down. She slapped her own face. She thought, my husband is lying in the cold earth. How dare I be happy? I am a traitor. Lien lived like a zombie for 2 whole years. She locked herself in the past, clutching the pain as the last treasure her husband left behind. Because she was afraid if she let go of the pain, she would truly lose him forever. Do you see yourself in Lien? We often think that only extreme suffering is the measure of love, that the more we hurt, the more we prove our love for them. But my dear friend, today, Tuệ An wants to share a truth with you, which may be a little painful, but it will liberate you. We suffer not because our loved one is gone. We suffer because we refuse to accept the truth that every presence in this life is only borrowed from the universe, and death is not an end, but a transformation. The pain does not come from separation. The pain comes from attachment. You are trying to hold on to a cloud while it has already turned into rain to quench the world. Hold on, don't rush to turn off the video. I know this sounds theoretical. You might ask, it's easy to say, but how can I stop hurting when my heart is bleeding? The answer lies in the very next section. A secret about life and death that if you understand, you will not only stop hurting, but also help the departed soul achieve peaceful transcendence. Let's look deeply into your pain through the lens of psychology and applied Buddhism. First, from a psychological standpoint, you are going through what is called the depression stage in the 5 stages of grief. But the dangerous thing is that you are stuck in secondary grief. Primary grief is the loss. This is natural, everyone must endure it. But secondary grief is what you create yourself. It is regret, self-torment, and the thought that it shouldn't have happened this way. You are arguing with reality. And do you know what? When you argue with reality, you always lose. Second, let's look through the perspective of Buddhism. The Buddha taught about impermanence. Impermanence does not mean disappearance. Impermanence means change. Imagine your loved one as a cloud in the sky. When the cloud dissolves and turns into rain, Do you cry and say the cloud is dead? No. You know the cloud is still there, in the stream water, in the cup of tea you drink. Your loved one is the same. They do not vanish into nothingness. They have transformed. They are living in your smile, in your children's genetic code, in the beautiful memories they left behind. But there is something more important, the consciousness of the departed. In spiritual culture, it is believed that if the living constantly weep, mourn, and call the name of the departed in sorrow, the soul of the departed will be reluctant to leave. They will cling. They will be pained to see the person they love most withering away. Do you truly love them? If you do, let them go in peace. Your prolonged suffering unintentionally becomes the chain binding them to this earthly realm full of tears. That is not wise love. That is the possessiveness of the ego. Returning to Lian's story, when I told her, "Lian, if he were standing here and saw you so haggard, would he be happy?" Lian burst into sobs. She realized that the best way to honor her husband was not to slowly die with him, but to live the rest of her life vibrantly for both of them. So specifically, what must we do to walk through the darkness? Tuệ An suggests 3 simple but profoundly miraculous steps of practice. Step 1. Legitimize the pain, don't deny it. Don't try to appear strong. If you want to cry, cry loudly, but cry with mindfulness. Say to yourself, "I am in pain, and I allow myself to be in pain. This is proof of the love I had for them." Don't judge your emotion. Embrace the pain like a hurt child. Step 2. Transform the energy of sorrow into benevolent actions. Instead of sitting and dwelling on sorrow, do good deeds and dedicate the merit to the departed. Go donate to charity, help a stranger, release animals, or simply plant a tree in their name. Every time you do a good deed, silently pray, "I do this good deed for my loved one," wishing them light and peaceful transcendence. At that moment, your pain will transform into vast love. You will feel them smiling with you. Step 3. Establish a corner of peace in your mind. Every day, dedicate 10 minutes to sit in silence. Inhale, knowing you are still alive. Exhale, smiling at the departed. Don't look for them in the cold cemetery. Find them in your heart. Practice talking to them like a close friend who is traveling far away. "I lived well today, please rest assured." The spiritual connection is always stronger than the physical connection. My dear friend, this life is a way station. We are all travelers passing through. Some leave first, some leave later. The fact that your loved one left the train of life earlier than you only means they completed their mission in this lifetime. The heart's wound will heal, but it will leave a scar. Don't fear that scar. It is not the mark of pain, but the imprint of a great love that you were fortunate to have in your life. Wipe away your tears. Look outside the window. The sky is still blue, and the birds are still singing. Living happily is the most wonderful gift you can send to the one who has gone far away. You were not born to drown in darkness. You were born to bring the light of compassion to warm your own soul. If this video has brought you a little peace, please leave a like or share it with someone who needs it. And please comment below the name of the person you miss, along with a message to them. Tuệ An believes that the collective energy of love from our community will send them the most peaceful vibrations. Remember, I am still here if you need me.